Hey, welcome to Quick Dive. In this episode, we're going to cover some of the modes of the arpeggiator, and then I'll show you how to program your own custom arpeggiated sequence. Now, this is not a sequence like the sequencer, but it's rather much simpler and very straightforward. So if you find the sequencer to be a little bit too complex for your tastes, but you still like the idea of having something automated, maybe some custom riffs created, then this is definitely for you. This is so straightforward, anybody can learn it. But let's just start out with the basics here. Let's navigate over to the arpeggiator menu. So if you see clock and audio and sequence, you've gone too far. Just navigate a few back and you'll see ARP right there. And your status, you want to have that turned on. Right. Next, we can just navigate over and you'll see the divisions right there. It's pretty self-explanatory. The direction. This is sort of as played mode, the forward 1 octave. Now, if you want that to repeat with a second octave, you just add in 1 more octave and make it 2 octave. And it can go up to 4 octaves. Back just means the opposite of whatever you played. Just means it's going down and up, or forward and backwards rather. So it's kind of a combination of these first two. You got shuffle, moves them around in a very organized manner. And then random. Random is great if you like making organic stuff or you just need something that's in a non-linear order. Then there's the note modes. No matter what you play and no matter what order, it will always go by your final kind of set of choice notes. It'll just follow in that linear progression. Old school arpeggiators typically followed stuff like this, where it was more based on notes. Gate is pretty straightforward. You won't hear much of a difference if you have a lot of release dialed in. But so if you turn your release way down, then you'll notice the biggest difference when you're changing the gates setting. It's basically how long the notes are held for. You can swing stuff if you like. 15 or 16 is usually the sweet spot. Now, to make an arpeggiated pattern, the nice thing about this is you can add rests. And to make it, you simply press the ARP pattern button and then play your riff and then add in the rests, because you will be going in increments of whatever you've set, 8th notes or 16th notes. In this case, it's 16th notes, but it could be whatever increment you set it as. It's easiest to work with 8th and 16ths. So why don't we program the bass line from the Chemical Brothers Block Rockin' Beats? That's really straightforward and probably a good example. Let's turn this off for a minute. I'll just play it here. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, right? I'm going to turn off ARP just for now. It's a little bit easier because you don't hear that note repeated if you accidentally hold the note down long. And I'm going to press ARP right here, ARP pattern. And then I'm going to put my mouse over ARP rest. And with my left hand, I'm going to play the pattern. And then with my right hand, I'm basically just clicking in where the rests are. And that's it. Oh, we got to turn the ARP back on. Oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot an extra rest at the end. So anytime you hit ARP pattern, it will override whatever you just programmed. And also keep in mind that ARP patterns are not saved per preset. They're not even saved at all. Sequences are saved, in this menu right here, but ARP patterns will not be. So the good thing about that is that, or it's not really a big deal because they're so quick to program, as long as it's not an exceedingly long sequence. The idea is that it's something real quick and easy. So let's try that again. I'm going to click on ARP pattern and I'm going to have my mouse hovering over arp rest when I need it. There we go. And there it is. So if you're not a big fan of the app or just don't have the means of using it often, it's okay, because programming an arpeggiated sequence is very straightforward on using the synthesizer UI itself. All you're going to do is press and hold the arp button while you play your notes. Anytime you want to add a rest, you're going to press that rest button right there while you're holding the arp. When you're done playing your sequence or your riff, just simply let go of the arp button and then turn on arpeggiator. Right now I have it on, but I'm going to do short staccato notes, so it shouldn't be an issue getting a correct pattern. So let's try doing that Chemical Brothers bass line again. I'm going to hold arp right here, and I'm going to add rests as needed. Okay. Yep, we're good. Another shortcut to keep in mind is you want to adjust the length of the notes. Simply hold patch and then adjust this knob right here, division. And it's a secondary function, so you can reduce the gate and have real short staccato notes, or you can just keep it near 100, which is what I usually do, because it gives you the most amount of control, because you can always shorten it with release and decay. Hope you found this to be helpful. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's more of these kind of videos coming. Look forward to a lot more in 2021. And if you have specific videos that you'd like to see from Modal, covering any of the features of the Cobalt or the Argon series of synthesizers, by all means, post up in the comments and let us know what you have in mind. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.